What's up, everybody, and welcome into another Big Man on Campus betting breakdown. Today, we're taking a look at another Week 0 matchup. Uconn headed on the road to take on Fresno. We'll break it down for you in just a second. As always, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you never miss a show. I'm doing all Week 0 games. I'm breaking down them all right here. So make sure you check that out. I already have some plays out. I already have some videos out. I did San Jose State and Southern Utah. I did Illinois, Nebraska, and I did UTEP, New Mexico State, the toilet bowl. I did that. And I will do Hawaii, UCLA as well. So make sure you go check them out. Let's get into it. Currently, Fresno State, a 27.5-point favorite at home here. Total is 63. Obviously, a tick under that 4-touchdown mark. And look, we have to go through some particulars here. With UConn, they did not play last year. Okay, no 2020 season. As I've said before, when you're a bad football team, it's helpful if you just don't play because you don't cost any money to anybody. This is a team that, when we go back to 2019, they were absolutely wretched. There was not a lot to write home about. In fact, this truly was one of the worst football teams in the history of football teams. And remember, this is a UConn team that is generally really fucking bad. And this year, the only reason they won't be the worst team in the country is because there's a team called New Mexico State. But when we look back to 2019, okay, I mean, this team was truly wretched. I mean, they gave up 6 yards a carry. Opponent passer rating was close to 160. In fact, when you look at their per defensive drive marks, they were allowing over 3.5 points per drive. Think about that. Per drive. Sickening. Absolutely disgraceful. And I got to tell you, I am a bit concerned in this one for them. They are facing a team with a very good quarterback, with a very good group of skill position players, a group that is just faster, stronger, and more athletic than they are. And when you look right now at UConn, defensively in the secondary, there are all sorts of questions. They have no idea who's starting. There's no upperclassmen in this secondary. And when you look at the group, they have 5 combined starts between them. Not good. Not good. When you look offensively, Kevin Mensah seems like he's been there for about 20 years. Kevin Mensah's back for UConn, which is good. He's actually a pretty good player. But one of the strengths of Fresno is their defensive line, their linebacker. So I don't know how much of a factor he is. Jack Zergiotis, not real worried about him. Look, the truth is this is just a bad football team. There's a reason they're a 4-touchdown underdog to Fresno State. When we look at Fresno, obviously there's a lot of reasons for excitement out there. Under DeBoer, this has been a really good team. Really, when we go back to the previous group, this was a really good team. This has been a really good football team for a few years. This team should contend in the Mountain West this year. Jake Haener is a terrific quarterback. This is a guy that I think really is one of the better quarterbacks in that conference. And obviously, there's some really good ones. Obviously, Carson Strong and Nick Starkel and the kids up at Boise. This is a really good quarterback conference. And when you look at Haener, he's got plenty of kids to throw to. This is a group offensively. When you look at Ronnie Rivers, he's been there for a while. This is a guy that should have 1,000 rushing yards. He's always a good receiver. He's just a really good player. And that's what they have. Really good players, good receivers, Jalen Cropper, Josh Kelly. This is a team that should have no problem scoring points. None. You look at last year, scored over 32 points a game. And that's the question in this game. Because when you look at this number, obviously it makes sense to lay 28 or 27.5. When we look back at really the last time Fresno State won a game by 30 or more points, you got to go back to 2018. In 2019, they actually played Sacramento State. I think they won like 38-16 or something. But this is a quintessential, it's almost like playing an FCS team. When we look at Fresno, offensively, they're not going to have any trouble scoring. It has this defense taken a step forward. Can they do something like pitch a shutout? Fresno obviously has a look-ahead game. They do play Oregon in week 1, which, that's a game in Austin. That's a game you definitely look forward to. So That's always the big question. But the great thing here is the number, right? So if you're up, let's say 42-7, with 4 minutes to go, you don't have to necessarily worry about that back door because you're not on. Like if this were 28.5, I'm not as bold or interested. And I haven't bet this yet. I think the play that I'm really looking at is I want to isolate Fresno's offense because I really like Hainer. I really like their skill position kids. I really hate UConn's defense. I think their secondary is going to get absolutely walloped here. Walloped. This could be one of those things where every time Fresno has the ball, they score a touchdown. And in those games, again, betting the spread is not a real problem either. But if I can focus on a team total here, I've got some interest. Obviously, it's going to be in the 40s. We know that. It's really a question of where the number's going to be. The total is 63. They're 28-point favorites. So I'd have to envision that, the team total is probably mid to high 40s. I mean, I would imagine it's not going to be, not going to have any 50 number here, but I would say 48 probably. That would probably be my guess, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But that's going to be kind of where I'm going to kind of isolate, and I'll probably have more on – I'm on Pick Central on Friday, so I'll probably have more then. But I really want to isolate this offense because I think this offense is really good, and I think this defense for UConn is really bad. The secondary is shocking, and I want to target that group, frankly. So if I play anything – it's probably going to be where it is for me. So there you go. That's that from me. Make sure you check out all my videos. As I said, we'll have plenty of college football as the season heads on, but all week 0 matchups right here. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you leave us a comment, and make sure you tweet it out. Have a great day. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time here on the Big Meadow Campus Betting Break.